Hello, greetings and welcome back to Daily Drive with myself, Bass Driver, here at Paine's Games, where if you enjoy the content then I invite you to leave a like and comment, share this with your friends, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to ensure you get notifications of my latest content. Okay, so this is a very quick Daily Driver in response to a video by the fantastic Stevie Richards over on his channel with James Romero. I strongly advise whether you're a wrestling fan or a video games fan, you should drop them a like and subscribe, as Stevie's got some great content going on over there, and I'll leave a link in the description to the video in question in the description below. Now, I know this will be a bit of a necro bump to the video, which I think came out a few months ago. In the video, Stevie asks as to how classic sports games like Madden and WWE and Knockout Kings would present all the customized commentary for each match, and I don't know whether anyone got back to him or whatnot, but I thought it'd be a quick enough video to whip up to give a really brief high-level view of how one could do such a thing, and it may be of interest not just to him but anyone else that might be interested. So, as I say, this is a very basic overview and just one very simplistic way to do it. There are so many newer, better and more complex ways to do it today, but as a thought experiment it might help you to get thinking on how it all works. So, as Stevie mentioned, the developers will record hours and hours of audio from, let's say, Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler, aiming to cover every possible eventuality of every match intro, match result, move combination, use of foreign objects, wild slapnuts appearing suddenly, and so forth. Some of these recordings will be full sentences, some just phrases, some may just be individual words. Now, all of these will be arranged, tagged and catalogued by the audio team within a folder and file structure, and it might look a bit like this ostensibly. Overview. Okay, remember this is a high-level overview. Now, some of these recordings will be generally applicable throughout most instances throughout the game, so it makes sense to tag and catalogue those all together. The rest of the recordings that are specific to any individual game asset, like a particular wrestler, location, venue, signature move, storyline beat, colour commentary or whatever, will all similarly be tagged and catalogued so as to form blocks, shall we say, within the overall audio pool, shall we say. Now, from this point, once all the audio is correctly named, tagged and or catalogued, it's up to the audio programmers to trigger the appropriate audio associated with what's happening on screen. So obviously this happens for all the sound effects anyway. Say upon lighting up Jericho, the game plays a sound effect for a hand slapping a plastic bag of lipo excess, for example. The principle is the same, where a hook is placed in a code which says play Jericho chest slap.wav. Similarly, a code hook can also say play X, Y or Z audio for the commentary. Now, the programmer can say specifically play this audio commentary in cases where it absolutely has to be that particular commentary, but they can also randomize it. I mean, you may want the commentators to go off on tangents, or not just read the exact same colour every time the same two opponents meet. So to do this, the programmer will create what's called an array. Now, if the previously mentioned tagging and cataloguing has been done correctly, then those blocks within the overall pool could each be regarded as an array. It's basically a selection of those audio commentary files, any and all of which could be applicable to the actions occurring on screen. Now, perhaps even some that are deliberately not. Now, because the team tagged and catalogued each file properly, when a player encounters any particular match, the game's code will generate an array of commentary audio files for this match, and that array will only link to audio files, as seen here, whose tags match JR, Chris Jericho, Taz, the Undisputed title, or the Silverdome, for example. So when the player lights up Jericho, JR shouts, "Oh my god!" Jerry shouts, "Boobies!" and Taz digresses, okay? The first two are specific triggers, meaning that in this case we want those to definitely sound off. So the code says go into the array and find JR's "Oh my god" wav. Play that, then find Jerry's "boobies.wav" and play that, okay? Now, Taz is digressing. So for him, the code says look into the array for only audio which is tagged with Taz and nothing else. Now, say we have 20 Taz audio clips. Well, we make a random number generator that picks a number between 0 and 19, and whatever that spits out is used for which numbers of Taz clip will be played. So long as the audio has been tagged and catalogued correctly, then the code will grab a random clip. So say if the number generator said 8, it would pick clip number 8. And Taz will say, well, that's why the FTW Championship is the only true title. So you can have the code generate these arrays on the fly based upon the context of each match, whether it's part of a scripted career playthrough or a custom match defined by the player. The code simply defines the arrays based upon the choices made. I want to fight Jericho for the undisputed title at the Silverdome with JR, Jerry Lawler and Taz on commentary. So all of that data will be picked up and fed through to the audio system, which will then go, okay, here's an array that will only give you the Jericho, the JR comments, the Jerry comments, the Taz comments and the Silverdome comments, and specify within those, as I've just illustrated, whether you want to have specific ones triggered at certain points or whether you just want to put a random one out. Now you can also have the array pull randomized commentary from the general commentary block, things that aren't necessarily super specific to anything that's going on screen, but it keeps things rolling between the specific commentary triggers. So again, within the general block, you'll just have all of those numbered. For example, you'll generate a random number between 0 and say 100 if you have 100 of those, and just pick one of those out at random and say, play that one, like the crowd goes wild.wav. So there you go, there's a very quick simple overview of how a basic simple system like this might work. I mean, this is super simple overview. And obviously the more you scale it up and the more detailed you make it, you can have near infinite parameters for any possible eventuality within a game. It's just a matter of time, money and available resources. So I hope this has been informative. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this content, and if you did, please do leave a like and comment. If not, leave a dislike. Feel free to share on social media, and most of all, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be informed of my next video. This has been Bass Driver from Paine's Games. Thanks again for listening. Take care out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.